Well, here we are, the final tour of Smith's Grove Amusement Park here in Planet Coaster 2. This is my latest park, and this is the final episode of this park. I'll then be passing it along to a few folks who like to do spotlights and seeing what their thoughts are on the this awesome project. I really love this project. I'm going to put a credit wall up right inside the park just to put credit for certain builds within the park. This park, by far, though, I believe has some of my highest percentage of builds. Here is this fantastic internal part here, this entrance, just this side plaza. It's got Barn Dance, the ride. That is a Frontier Developments blueprint that it comes with the park file itself, but it has been heavily altered by myself to suit my needs as a coaster station. There it goes out of the station, rocketing around. Awesome. We're going to ride everything later. So stick around in the video. We're going to ride all the rides. It's going to be great. These are made by Tinky. I absolutely love these characters. And here we have, in the middle, of course, we have the Grand Carousel. Do a little bow. I can't do a bow, so I'll do the opposite. To the Grand Carousel. This thing is really nice. I do love the deep, textury kind of intricacy that comes with that particular piece. Over here is a twirly slide ride. Generally, I do not ride the flat rides on this channel if you're new here. Visually, it's just not fun. Here is an information booth. It is default in the game, but it's still awesome. The external portion I built to kind of fit the park style. Here's the entrance to Accelerator, the ride, which does not get much love. It is an intense ride. You can see a top hat over there. It's a very intense coaster. Of course, my generic Smith's Grove general warning signs. Excuse me. Here we go down through Main Street. These buildings are just so fun to create. They really are. Just bits and pieces, slam them all together, boom, you have like a row of buildings. And they look so good. It's a fortune teller. Very cool. Looking back across the plaza here, if you followed the series early on, you remember there was actually a ride here, like a kick flip ride or scissor kick type thing. That is actually way down this pathway. The zipper ride, that's what it is. It's way down this pathway at the end. But yeah, I think this plaza eatery kind of sit down area is just a nice place to have in a park. And then you have the entrance for Town Taxi. And that's actually where we're going to take our first diversion. We're actually going to go get on Town Taxi to ride. Check out the queue a little bit. Show off the details. I do love this build. It was fun to create. And it was a lot of fun to conceptualize too, because the raised platform in the middle, I kind of needed like not a full story. I'm not a big fan of making like a full story for a ride, with rare exceptions, because I am doing an adventure coaster from RVG and one for Channel 5 Gaming, and I both have to have a full story attached to them. But we will ride this in a moment. I wanted to show off first this Yeet Ball booth. There's prizes. Grab your gift, then teleport. There's a reason for that. If this gets really congested, the guests will walk into this wall here, blink, and sort of disappear. So I kind of want to make fun of that. Then, of course, you have the Yeet Ball lanes over here. This guy on the end is currently just killing it. Oh, he's a 0 now. Now she's up there. 700. Oh, she's got a 0 again. Yeah, Yeet Ball, prizes. I do like the look of this. I think it's fun, and it's I don't know, it's entertaining to look at. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on. I would normally take you through the queue and everything, but the queue is really congested. You end up just slamming into the back of the heads of every guest in the pathway. So let's try to snag a ride here. Now we do have this little bit of a bar in our way, but I think that aids in the experience. Like, it kind of makes it more interesting to have a little bit of that visual grounding that you're in a ride cart. Get a nice view down this seat underneath Ripsaw up above us, provided by Reach. Reach did an amazing job on that coaster. I cannot wait to show that off to you guys. It is fantastic. Here we go into the sewer passage here. You'll see to the left the queue line for Ripsaw, and off to the right, a jump scare. Well, a family-friendly jump scare. Moving along here, we come back out onto the street, and we're following the same street next to Accelerator that we saw earlier. Remain seated as we come back into the station. That was a fun ride. I really enjoyed that. It's one of those rides that it's just nice and gentle and normal. Nice and normal. So now we're gonna go down the right-hand side of the big space in the middle, and this will take us down the street past Accelerator, which I don't think is currently running, or is it? It is. Let's take a ride on Accelerator. Yeah. Let's see if we can catch a ride on Accelerator. I may have to cut to a better moment, but enjoy. Alright, remain seated while we go to get off the ride here. That is an awesome ride. I do love it. I really do. It's a really fun ride. The forces are a bit strong, but it is a fun ride. We're going to exit now. Not going to sit there. I have to adjust the timings on that. Continuing down the street here, of course, we pass Town Taxi. Real close to the ride here. You can see it's just right off the pathway. It's a lot of fun. I got these little shack type buildings. These are cool. They're nice to just plop around, have, you know, just for decoration. And then here is these flower planters that I had a whole afternoon where I had to think about this space, and I kind of went with that configuration. And I was decorating around and things like that. It was one of them days where you can log in here and there and kind of play around with some stuff. Here is another building which is currently not in use. I have not come up with a use for this, so it remains gated off. It's not currently in use. Here's an information booth, and I see a tree I do need to move, as the ride is definitely clipping through that. Ay. There's a top hat on Accelerator. The launch hill, oh, look at that. The launch section's top hat. Right up, right over. This is Pop's Diner. I really loved making this shop. This, I actually generated a concept image in AI for this, and then set it down in the game and sort of like referenced it, and then went with this little eatery. And yeah, it's not exactly popular. It rarely seems to have customers. It's still, this vending machine in particular, this games machine does attract people up here, so it stays a little bit active. Yeah, these cool little crates with pops. I gotta move the flowers back just a hair. Same with this one right here. I don't know which one I'm more excited to show you guys, Phoenix Rising or Ripsaw. Yes, I think Ripsaw. First of all, check out this amazing sign. I built this from Planko Friends and then pieces in the game. I'm so in love with this. It is so fun. And any of these Planko Friends, you'll see them on the Artline Railway ride. Here's like a fast pass booth. It's just an arcade machine with a little overlay on it. But back here is Phoenix Rising, which is the wooden coaster here. And it's a wonderful ride. It pays homage to my favorite ride, which is Phoenix in real life here. Here's the last chance exit, the chicken outline. Phoenix Rising. Look at that view right up the lift hill. A double lift hill. Wow. What a cool moment. Let's do this. I'm excited now. I was excited before. I'm super excited now. All right, we're going to cut to when this ride picks up. Oh yeah, that is an awesome ride. It really is. It's a really neat ride. It really is. I love that. It is, the layout is very close to the original Phoenix. The only difference is some of the parts I had to stretch out or condense a little bit, and some of the hills just didn't work. There is a really cool rotator ride here. Just a general thrill ride. I haven't named it or anything. And of course over here, a staff building disguised as a fancy little sit-down area. Great view of Phoenix Rising's lift hill over there. There is an entertainment point here that will cause guests to marvel at Phoenix Rising. And there's one over here that causes them to get excited about the rotating ride. Here is Serpent. This ride is wild. First of all, really cool kind of little shot here of Town Taxi. But yeah, here's Phoenix Rising. Let's ride it. Can we ride it? We can. Let's take a ride on this. I'll cut. with that ride, I might remove the skull and the tail off the ride carts. They do look cool, but they do obstruct your view quite heavily. So I might do that before I release this to anybody else. When I say that, I say I'm going to put it on the workshop, and then I'll share it with certain people who enjoy doing spotlights or whose spotlights I love to watch, and then, I get a chance to hear their thoughts. But with that, if you find my stuff in the workshop, feel free to explore it, look around. They're fun part. I try to put a lot into the back end. So here's just a little concrete food booth. It's amusing and an interesting thing. Like, I never thought of doing things like this in the parks. I always had these flat facades that were kind of boxy and just sort of placed. And I'm just trying to be a bit better here. And before I forget, here is a backwards look at Ripsaw's lift hill, or ride station. I'm sorry, the lift hill is over to the right slightly. And actually, we're going to go ride Ripsaw very shortly here. First, we're going to check out this street. Then we're going to go back around. We're going to take a left, go back up the street, and go back around and get on Ripsaw. And then once we get off Ripsaw, we're going to cross the street and get on Barn Dance and finish out our day in the park with a nighttime walk around. So we're going to end up coming back up here to Ye Olde Emporium. This is Artline Railway. I'm going to walk back here and get on this in a minute with you. It's a lot of fun. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's all kinds of Planko Friends pieces and sculptures and all kinds of other stuff. Some of it donated by people like Smiling Oma. Some of it I just built myself, or someone might have built for me, like Tinky's Creations are on there. It's a great deal of fun. You'll see. Frontier build is clearly marked on this. This is in the Frontier blueprints for the parades update. I love this so much that I just wanted it in my park, and there was no way for me to make this any better in my opinion. I think that the current version of it is just so lovely, and I was like, that is going in my park. Here is Ye Olde Emporium and Bakery, Tasty Treats. If you'll recall, this is one of my first remodel buildings where I started experimenting with my new build style. And this is now complete. It has sat as the longest waiting to complete build in the game, in this park. Here's the booth for this little sit-down restaurant, Ye Olde Emporium. And that's the bakery portion. And then, of course, this is the gift shop, the Emporium itself. Obviously way more grand sounding than it is looking, but some custom windows on there. I enjoy that. I think it was a nice build, and I really did kind of just enjoy putting it together. Here is one of my Planko Friends creations I've made recently. This is Zany, and Zany, and you'll see me here too. Zany used to have a different building here, and I've created some little adverts in the window there, and some windows. And then inside here is the other windows, a little Wild Mouse coaster piece in the top, a shooting star on the floor, just all kinds of decals and things going on the walls, different colors. Yeah, someone in Moomin's Discord, Broccoli, you encouraged me to put together different colored walls on the inside, so I have. And out here is the Ferris wheel. Love this. Again, no desire to ride flat rides in a YouTube video. Some are fun, but yeah. Fun fact, guests will actually stop here from time to time and take a selfie. So that's a lot of fun too, all by itself. You know, it's something that I have enjoyed coming up with, is these little ways to make the guests a little more interactive. And then down here's another little shop. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump cut. We're gonna get on the Ripsaw over here, and then we're gonna get on Barn Dance, and then we're gonna tour the park at night. So I'll see you over there at Ripsaw. Hey there, guys. It is quite a bit later than it was when we last spoke. We had a terrible downpour happen. We actually slipped inside of Yield Emporium while the downpour happened, and I did grab some footage, which I'll slide in the video now. And we stopped here inside Yield Emporium. Ooh, that lightning. It's so that this storm could pass. Oh, this is an intense storm. I know a lot of guests are trying to just enjoy themselves, but you can tell they are soaking wet. See, this is a scary thunderstorm. This is pretty intense. They haven't shut all the rides down yet, though, which kind of surprises me. We'll catch up with you guys after the storm's over. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Wasn't that a crazy storm? Intense. So we're over here at Ripsaw, and I wanted to sort of show off to you the front entrance here. I love this front entrance way to Ripsaw. I think it turned out great. And Reach, he did an amazing job on this coaster. Absolutely outstanding with the constraints in place. So yeah, let's go ahead and jog our way through the queue line here. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the queue line, is right here. You guys happen to notice I bounce on the steps? Did I? I know. Wow. Anyway, yeah, you can see into Town Taxi. And of course, the mascot for this ride, which is the only one I can really think of. What I might do is get some cinematic ride footage and put it in there as custom media. Nice view of the brake run here as you come up out of the tunnel. Some overflow queue line if it's needed. Oh, there goes a cart up the hill. Pretty impressive hill too for the area that it's in. Now the mascot is around somewhere. We may run into them. But yeah, we're gonna actually wait for this cart, and then we will cut to whenever we are ready to launch. So enjoy this ride. Man, what a great ride. I love that ride. I really do. It's so awesome. It fits into the space so well, and then the exit here, the way it intertwines with the ride, it's just awesome. We're gonna head over here to the right. Want to go up here to Pop's Diner for a minute. I need to get one of their sticky buns to take home with me, and then we're gonna head back. They are forecasting more rain here as we head towards sunset, so I'm kind of hoping that we can get down there to Barn Dance before we have to skedaddle out of the park. We shall see though. Alright, I'm gonna cut over to when we're at Pop's Diner when we're heading out, taking down to Barn Dance. See you there. Hey guys, sorry about that again. It is much later. We're actually getting closer to when the park is going to be closing down. It is unfortunately raining. It has been raining for a while, but there is no thunder or anything, so the park has continued operation. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. We are soaked. All three of us are soaked. We're just trying to get through one more ride on Barn Dance before we say goodbye to the park for now. Kind of a sad moment, I guess you could say. It's bittersweet. We're gonna skip the queue line and go over here in through the exit. The queue line is neat. It does extend up and over the drop zone for the lift. And of course it has like an outdoor section over there. There's the coaster cart making its way around. Yeah, look at that out there. It's damp out. Is it still raining? Can't tell. Yeah, it's still raining. Alright, so we're gonna take the next cart. It's gonna be a wet ride on Barn Dance, but it's gonna be an awesome ride. Enjoy. Soaked and I am cold, so I'm gonna walk around this side of the carousel. It is still just pouring down rain. It's yuck out here, but yeah, I just wanted to get one last look around the plaza here. I will be back to Smith's Grove eventually, no worries. I'm sure they're gonna have some upgrade ideas for some stuff and some new there's a little bit more land in the back. Maybe there's some stuff that can be built there, and they will call me back when they need it. Thank you so much for tuning into this series though, and I really appreciate everything you guys do. If you didn't watch, there'd be no point in the videos. Seriously, there really wouldn't be. There is a new park being conceptualized now, so looking forward to revealing that very soon. Probably gonna happen first on the Module 7 Discord, so if you wanna know early, come there. Take care.